Hi, today I'd like to make some art. How are we gonna do it? Well, I'll show you. How are we gonna do this art? Well, we're gonna use high voltage. How are we gonna make that? Well, I'll tell you how we're gonna make that. We need some stuff. Let's go look. Perfect. There's a microwave right here. But this is currently one that I used to make my food, so we're not gonna use this one. Perfect. How about this one? Ugh, too gross. Never mind. Fine. I'll do it to this microwave then. Just need to see where it's plugged. There. Alexa, play me some tunes.
Here is Spotify.
We get to the juicy parts on the inside. We're at the... I'm wearing a weed sock. You think I'm joking? High voltage to make art? No. This is it. This is the proof. Okay, now we have to take apart our microwave to get to the juicy insides that we're looking for. It looks pretty complicated, but we'll do it as gentle as possible so that Mom isn't mad at us. Make sure to keep all of your screws, just in case. As you might be able to tell, these microwaves are built in with a special safety feature, which is unfamiliar screws, but that will not stop us. It'll just delay its inevitable death. Listen, if you're ever in a pickle and you got screws like these and they have that little nub in the center of them, try it anyways. My bit does not have a nub. However, you better bet the engine nerds didn't believe I'd be able to do that. No! Fuck, wrong side. So now you need to remove this bad boy, which is your transformer. But before you can do that, this has to be discharged and removed. This is the capacitor. Well, you don't have to remove it, but if you discharge it, you have to put a wire across it to keep it discharged so that it doesn't build up charge from things like the environment and static electricity and whatnot. So I just unplugged this wire here. So you need to take some pliers of some sort and touch the two sides together without blowing your face off. Hang on, let's see if I can get in there. There. Okay, so I touched it together, so now it's discharged, so now you can take out your transformer, and then we can move on. Luckily for me though, I get my transformers from scrap. This one, I'll just put it back together, which won't tell Mom. Perfectly aligned. So Josh, I ripped apart my microwave. My wife's angry at me. I now have a transformer. What do I do now? Well, let's take a look at what I did. Now that your microwave transformer's out, take a look at it. Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, what a piece of shit. Okay, so this is the primary. The primary is what you plug directly into your wall. These are the connections for it. There's 4 connections, but they're like this. 2 of them are combined on each side, so there's only 2 sides. You're live and you're neutral. And then this is the secondary. You can't really see it because it's covered in plastic, but I'll show you that later. This has about 18 times more turns than the primary. So the secondary, the more turns, the higher the voltage. So there's, oh my goodness. So because of that ratio of turns from the primary to the secondary, there's going to be high voltage. How much? Roughly 2.2 thousand volts compared to the 120 that you'll get out of your wall. So how can we use this little guy to create this? You might have seen these on the internet already. It's called fractal burning. This is what you can use from a Lichtenberg machine, as it's called. So I need a safe way to control the transformer so that I can get to the zap and sparking all the magical pixies without hurting myself. So I have this, which is a wall adapter, which is going to create 12 volts DC for my relay, which will interrupt the current flow between the input mains and the transformer, so that when I want to make my high voltage, it can turn on and off safely, so I can, you know, do stuff to it. So I have probes to go into the wood, I have a button to set it off, and I have a plug that plugs into the plug. Basically, it plugs. So here, we're going to test our burning technique on this piece of 4x4 wood. So what we're going to have to do is cover this with water mixed with some baking soda. The ratios aren't that important. And then we're going to need to put our probes into it, and then we can get started burning. So I have this jug full of baking soda and O2. By the way, I already let this soak overnight for a little bit. Usually, I put enough baking soda in my water so that it stops dissolving. The number one thing you want to make sure you're doing with this is that you're being safe. Whenever you're not burning and you're touching the probes and stuff, your machine should be unplugged, because just having a button on it is not safe enough. It could turn on at any moment, so we unplug it. Sometimes I don't though, but don't do that. So I insert one probe. Okay, my probes are inside. This is my firing button. It's just a pill container with a button inside. Let's get started. Wow. As you see, my piece is on fire, but that's not a big deal. They always catch on fire. That's a little bit much. Okay. As you can see, that was a pretty clean burn. It's very black though, so we're gonna have to do some sanding. That's fine. Okay.
She's moist again.
Okay, we have 2 more sides to go. Let's try it again. Wow, so beautiful. Now, usually what I try to do to keep my results good is let it go just to the point where 2 people fall in love. I mean, sorry, where they get so close but they don't touch. Okay, so in this video, you got to learn how to do a few things. You got to learn how to make the Lichtenberg machine, you learn some safety tips, learn how to not blow yourself up, and you learn how to make some art, which is the best part about all of it, right? So, anyways, if you learned something new in this video, give me a like, subscribe to my new channel. I'm going to be planning on posting some new videos on here very soon. I'm going to try to keep it really diverse in the content I'm posting though. This is just, you know, wood burning is only one thing that I like to do compared to the whole universe of possibilities of, you know, creating things and all things I'm into. So anyways, we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.